Welcome to Jenny Craig's 10 Tips to a Healthy Thanksgiving. Consider it your personalized resource for strategies to make this Thanksgiving just as it should be. A time to celebrate and give thanks with your family and friends without compromising your weight loss goals. Thanksgiving has come a long way from that simple traditional dinner shared so many years ago. More than just a meal, Thanksgiving signals the start of a season of excess. Remember though, it's a holiday, not a holiday week or a holiday month, and it doesn't have to derail your weight loss efforts. Today, the focus is almost entirely on food, and lots of it. That makes it the source of many cues or triggers, both external ones, the people, places, and things that it reinforces to eat, and internal ones, the thoughts and emotions that influence our choices too. To elaborate, I've asked a couple of Jenny Craig clients to share their own Thanksgiving experiences.
Thanksgiving at my house was a large gathering because I'm from a large family. And so we would bring all of the different dishes. Everyone would bring a different dish with their label of their name. So I would try every dish instead of just a little bit out of each one. I would do a lot out of each one, like my brothers. I would go to this bowl and get a large helping. I would go to the next bowl and get a large helping. I was going bowl to bowl and just getting fatter and fatter.
Josie is a social eater, someone who is easily influenced by the choices of those around her. Now meet Kat, another Jenny Craig client who's an emotional eater. She's sensitive to internal food triggers like stress.
Thanksgiving in our family was always a lot of cooking, a lot of family coming in from out of town, high stress environment, people coming in, people coming out. And the best way that I dealt with that was eating, and more eating. Eating at the table, eating at the counter. While I was cooking, I ate some. I would just go out of my way to eat.
Whether you're a social eater, emotional eater, or both, there are a variety of strategies that you can use to balance out your eating style so you can make this Thanksgiving not only as satisfying as ever, but after seeing how great Josie and Kat are doing, maybe even more rewarding than ever before. After all, Jenny Craig is more than a diet. It's about creating a healthy relationship with food, building an active lifestyle, and developing a balanced approach to keep you motivated. It's also the model that has helped hundreds of thousands of Jenny Craig clients reach their weight loss goals. For our first Thanksgiving tip, meet Catherine, who's been working with Jenny Craig clients for almost 15 years.
Thanks, Lisa. Our first tip relates to staying motivated by starting the day with an affirmation, a strong, positive statement that you can say to yourself to get focused in the morning, and then remind yourself of your goals throughout the day. You can write one of your own, or you can use an affirmation from your Jenny Craig weight loss manual. How about, I can enjoy my Thanksgiving meal without overdoing it?
And isn't that the truth? Now our second tip may surprise you. Eat breakfast. One of the most common missteps people make on Thanksgiving is skipping breakfast to save calories.
The problem is that by the time the turkey's served, your hunger level is high and your motivation to practice portion control is low.
But Jenny Craig's Holiday Survival Guide has a menu just for Thanksgiving Day that also includes breakfast, lunch, and 2 snacks.
You're gonna love it. Our next 2 tips relate specifically to preparing your Thanksgiving meal. Lisa will share with you techniques to lower fat without sacrificing flavor and ways to maximize your portions.
Welcome to part 2 of Jenny Craig's 10 Tips to a Healthy Thanksgiving. Just because something's low in fat doesn't mean it's low in flavor. So this Thanksgiving, practice low-fat cooking techniques. For example, instead of buying a self-basted turkey, which has extra fat and salt injected into it, roast a fresh turkey, upside down on a rack. The juices drip down into the breast, keeping it moist and tender, and the excess fat just drips away. For low-fat browning, flip the turkey over at the end, turn up the heat, and roast it with a base of broth, wine, or fruit juice. And bake the stuffing on the side where it won't absorb the fat from the turkey. Now when it comes to high-fat ingredients like nuts, use small amounts where it counts. A spoon of pecans over a spinach salad, it's enough. For other ingredients like cream, eggs, and cheese, look for the low-fat or fat-free options. If you can't trade out the full amount, trade it by half. You can even reduce the sugar in most baking recipes by 1/3 without affecting the flavor. And for recipes that require oil, replace at least half with applesauce or non-fat yogurt. Experiment.
Now this next tip is probably your most powerful one when it comes to preparing a healthy and satisfying Thanksgiving meal. It involves volumetrics.
Volumetrics is an eating approach based on the idea that most of us eat about the same volume or amount each day. Research by Dr. Barbara Roll shows that if you take that volume and reduce the number of calories, you can lose weight more easily. You can also add more volume for fewer calories with water and fiber-rich foods like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, and you'll feel more satisfied.
One of Volumetrics' biggest fans is someone you may already know.
I love Volumetrics because you get to eat and eat and eat and eat. Seriously, you can pile your vegetables to the moon as long as they're prepared right. And Jenny Craig's delicious broth-based soup-appetizers have at 'em. They're only like 50 calories.
Now let's address the activity component of the program. Move a little more. For many of us, our only form of activity on Thanksgiving is cooking, washing dishes, or using the remote. But moderate activity can actually curb your appetite and serve as a stress reducer, making it easier for you to manage your food cues. So this year, while the turkey's roasting, go out for a walk with the dog or throw a frisbee around with your kids.
This next tip is one of my favorites.
Focus on the social aspects of the party. Make Thanksgiving more of a people event and less of a food event. Take pictures instead of planting yourself in front of the appetizers.
And if you're the host, make it a potluck and have others bring the dishes you'd be most likely to overindulge in had you made them yourself.
Our next tip is a really important one. Manage your portions. It's easy if you know how.
Just use some visual cues to help gauge healthy portion sizes. 1 4-ounce slice of turkey is about the size of the palm of your hand. 1/2 cup of stuffing is about the size of a small fist.
Or you can practice the plate method. 1/4 of your plate should be protein, like turkey. 1/4 should be starch, like stuffing, and 1/2 should be vegetables, which, as Lisa mentioned earlier with volumetrics, you can pile as high as you like, just as long as they're prepared with minimal fat.
Also, at the buffet table, be the first in line and eliminate the chance of getting sidetracked by choices of the person in front of you.
Our next tip coming up is everyone's favorite.
Welcome to part 3 of Jenny Craig's 10 tips to a healthy Thanksgiving. This tip is everyone's favorite because it allows you to indulge in a splurge safely. On Jenny Craig, you can enjoy an occasional splurge and still stay on track with your goal. The splurge will add an additional 250 calories to your day. It can allow for a larger portion of your favorite Thanksgiving side, like candied yams, or a little extra treat, like a glass of wine. Refer to your holiday survival guide and your splurge won't affect your results.
Next, de-stress. Thanksgiving can be stressful. It involves more shopping, preparation, and cooking than almost any other day of the year. Add the pressure of trying to resist those external food cues, and you could be at risk for a binge.
We recommend practicing the stop technique. When caught in a stressful moment, stop and ask yourself, what do I need?
A few deep breaths to restore your calm, a 10-minute walk to rejuvenate. Just stop, and you'll be less likely to turn to food in stressful moments.
And finally, find ways to simplify the day.
Delegate, ask for help, spend your energy on what matters the most.
Best idea of all, simplify your life by preparing Jenny Craig's delicious Thanksgiving menu in your holiday survival guide. Now look at this. Here's your traditional Thanksgiving meal. It's pretty good, right? Well, what if I told you how much hidden fat was in it? That's a total of 15 teaspoons, a third of a cup of fat in that one meal.
So how do we give this meal a makeover? How do we make it low in fat without compromising the flavor? By following the Thanksgiving menu from your holiday survival guide. Your meal could look like this one. Wine country roasted turkey, guilt-free gravy, light apricot stuffing, cranberry relish, roasted yams, green beans oregano, and lighter pumpkin pie.
And the best part is this meal has less than a quarter of the fat than the traditional meal. Now let's look at them side by side. Jenny's meal is much more volumetric because you've both reduced the calories and increased the portion size.
And here's where the extra bonus comes in. You can add limited free or free foods like Jenny Craig's own soup-appetizers, salads, and vegetables. All are great examples of how to eat more for fewer calories and feel more satisfied.
Seeing all that food demonstrates how you can stay on track with your weight goals, even on Thanksgiving. And guess what? Your guests won't miss a thing.
You'll find these and other recipes in Jenny Craig's Holiday Survival Guide and on our website. If you don't have a guide yet, ask your consultant. It's packed with additional tips, strategies, and even more recipes for just about every holiday occasion, including healthy ideas for what to bring as a guest. At Jenny Craig, we say lifestyle change happens one healthy choice at a time. This Thanksgiving, make some new choices. Redefine some old traditions and enjoy being a healthy role model for your family and friends. You might be surprised by how much you can inspire others.
But most of all, celebrate all your successes, the pounds lost, inches lost, as well as the skills and confidence you've gained. They all add up to the commitment you've made to creating a healthy, balanced lifestyle. Congratulations on all the progress you've achieved so far. On behalf of everyone at Jenny Craig, have a happy, healthy Thanksgiving.
We hope you found this webisode entertaining and useful. For Jenny Craig's 10 tips to a healthy Thanksgiving and even more helpful information, please visit jennycraig.com. And if you're not already a Jenny Craig client, please click on the instant callback icon or call 1-800-597-JENNY to learn more about how Jenny Craig can help you through the holidays. If you're already a Jenny Craig client, ask your consultant about how to get your holiday survival guide. At Jenny Craig, we value your opinion and ask that you take a few moments to fill out a short survey that can be found by clicking on the link below. From your friends at Jenny Craig, have a happy, healthy Thanksgiving. Thank you.